So, thanks for your sighting info. I got the email last night and had a bit of a look at it. Sounds pretty exciting. Is it New South Wales where you're at?
No, it's Victoria. Sorry, I did realise I didn't actually put the state.
Oh, that's all right. I know many places in Australia, but I'm still learning.
Okay, yeah.
So, I'm from South Australia originally myself, but I'm in northeast Tassie at this point in time.
Yep.
And the area you talked about is which part of Victoria in relation to Melbourne?
Gippsland.
South Gippsland. Once again,
Yeah.
Gippsland and its Thylacine sightings are renowned. There are many, many.
Yes, I've heard. Yeah.
So yours was only 2 or 3 days ago, correct?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, mate. Well, look, save you any further delay. Let's hear it. Let's hear what happened.
Yep. So I was a passenger in a truck at work, coming down I think it's a Blara Foster Road, in the Wonga-Warara area.
Yes.
And we came around a bend in quite a bushy area near a little creek called Pebble Creek.
Yep.
And on the left side of the road, on the bend, is a little clearing, and there was a wallaby sort of standing there, just looking at the road, looking at us coming towards it. And this was probably about 7:30 p.m.
Okay, so not dark, but getting there.
No, not dark yet. Sun was still just setting.
Yep.
And the wallaby sort of, as it got closer, turned to hop away, and I looked into the clearing just to have a look at where it went and whatnot. And, I saw another animal that stood out to me. It was sort of just the rump area, sort of the rear of it. It was standing sideways to what I was looking at, so I was looking at it from side on.
Okay.
I couldn't see the front of it because it was by the head and the chest area, because it was behind a shrub. It was actually looking in the opposite direction.
Sure.
But yeah, I just saw the tail, and the stripes is what stood out to me mainly.
Okay.
Very, very defined.
Very defined stripes on it?
Yeah.
And in relation to the tail, what stood out about the tail?
It was just straight, like really straight. Not hanging down like a wallaby would. It was just, very straight.
So, like 90 degrees, basically?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep. Now, you mentioned you were the passenger. Did the driver see this as well?
No, the driver did not.
Okay.
We were actually running quite late that day, and we were supposed to finish at 5 p.m. and we were just heading back to the shop. So, and on this particular road, there's nowhere to turn around, so we just kept going. But
okay. Yep. Did you say something to him when you saw it?
No, I didn't. I don't think he would have any idea about any of it.
Fair enough. So you haven't really told many people?
No, I've just told my partner, and my mum I spoke to about it as well.
Okay. Now, the Foster area has had many sightings over the years. It's not far from the coast there, is it?
No, it's not. Not too far at all.
How far out of Foster? Sorry?
It's not too far from, Wilson's Prom sort of area.
Yeah, that's right. How far from Foster were you, roughly, in K's?
Probably about 10 kilometres up.
Okay.
On the hill.
So further north of Foster?
North of Foster, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have been there a couple of years ago. I drove down there and had a bit of a sniff around when I was in Melbourne, doing some other Thylacine-related stuff, actually.
Okay, yep.
So you saw the colour of the actual animal, or you were just the stripes stood out?
Yeah, yep. It was sort of like it's hard to explain. It was like I don't know if it's because the sun was sort of hitting it where it was, but it was almost like a caramelly chocolatey brown. Maybe a little bit lighter than that, maybe sort of a mousy-ish brown.
So it wasn't grey or fawn, it was more of a darker colour?
No, it's probably a little bit darker than fawn, I would say.
Yep.
Yeah.
There are darker brown coloured pelts in some of the collections of the museums around the world.
Okay.
They definitely weren't all fawn, and a lot of the female ones tend to be grey, I've noticed. So that's interesting note there. Now you've heard of these animals in the area before, have you at all, or this is?
Yeah, I have. I have heard of around Wonthaggi area.
Yeah, the Wonthaggi monster. Yeah, we've got a whole file of sightings from that area, going way back to like the early 19th century sort of thing, 1920s, I think, 1940s, something like that.
All right. Yep.
Well, that was the 20th century, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so this was only 3 days ago, so Tuesday night.
Yeah, 3 days ago, yep.
Wow, that's the second sighting for 2022 we've had. First one was New Year's Day in the Mount Macedon area.
Oh, okay, yep.
So a little bit of a distance away from where you are, about 3.5 hours away from where you are, but Victoria again. So more often than not, South Australia gets the most sightings in a year. There's a lot of sightings in SA, but the Gippsland area is renowned for them, and you're not that far from the prom, as you said there, and there's lots of sightings down there too.
Okay, yep.
Do you know any other people that may have seen this beastie getting around at all?
No, I don't, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. That's all right. So that's excellent, mate. Well done. So, I mean, you probably saw it. If you're travelling down a hill, you're probably doing about 80, 90 kilometres an hour, yeah? In the truck?
No, we were actually going quite slow on that. Probably about 60 k's, just coming out to this little hairpin bend.
Okay. And was the animal on your side of the road or the driver's side?
It was on my side.
It was on your side.
About 7 to 10 metres back off the road.
Okay. So you saw it for how long, you reckon, travelling at that speed? Maybe 5, 10 seconds?
Yeah, I'd say maybe 5 to 7 seconds at most.
Okay, but just long enough to make that impression in your mind.
Yeah, I actually had to double take. I saw it, and then I looked back, and I was like, oh, what was that?
Yeah. That moment...
I was sitting there Googling what Australian animals had stripes apart from thylacines, but I didn't come up with much.
Yeah, there's a couple of wallabies out there, but they're nowhere near that part of the world.
Yeah, yep.
And bandicoots, but they're way smaller as well.
It was a lot bigger, yep.
So in regards to its size, and if you had to compare it to a breed of dog, say, what sort of size breed of dog would you be comparing it to, do you think?
Well, my personal dog is a Greyhound cross Rottweiler, and I would say it was bigger than him. So it'd be bigger than a Greyhound, probably bigger than a Rottweiler.
Whoa.
It wouldn't be much bigger, but it was bigger than sort of the average dog. Yeah,
right. That's awesome. Probably a male then, I would say. The males tend to be larger than the females. Did it look like it was in good shape?
Yeah. The coat was quite shiny.
Yeah.
From what I saw. I only saw the back half, but it didn't look underfed or anything like that. It was quite round.
Yeah, nice and solid.
Yeah, solid. Yep.
Excellent, mate. That's fantastic. That's albeit brief, but it's definitely made an impression on you because you've got in touch.
Yeah, it did. Yep.
Oh, that's awesome. I really appreciate your time to come forward and share your info with me, mate. That's great.
No problem at all.
Look, if anything else happens, you know who to call.
Yeah.
If you hear of anything else.
Quite a bit, so I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, no doubt. And if you, by chance, happen to find any headless wallabies or kangaroos or see any unusual footprints, by all means, take a photo and flick it through.
Yeah, I definitely will.
Because they definitely like to remove the heads off of their prey and eat their lungs.
Yes, I read that.
They're a bit bloodthirsty in the way they go about things, but nature's cruel sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, mate. Well, look, thanks for your time. Thanks for the call. I really appreciate it. And all the best.
Yep, no worries. Thank you. You too.
Good on you, Matt. Thanks, mate. Bye-bye.
All right. See you later.
Bye-bye.